because that song you had wasn't that big of a deal. What that person told you wasn't worth you ruining your day or your week. It's a trigger. It's a trigger that keeps reminding you that you have a past hurt that wasn't properly, or rather correctly, processed well. So it still hurts. And you can't actually walk in the freedom you think you're called to walk into. So when past hurts, still hurts. When past hurts, still hurts. So I started working out a month ago because I needed to lose weight. I felt like I'm too big. Girls thing. Anyway, in the process, I lost weight, yes. Number 2, I hurt my elbow. And it was so painful. So painful that I would wake up in the morning and the first thing I would think of was Jesus. My elbow is killing me. So I went to my gym instructor and I told him that I hurt my elbow. And he gave me instructions to follow, exercises to do every morning that would actually lessen my muscles. And you all know that is so painful. And there is no way Olive was going to do that. So I ignored it. I said, I ignored it. And so because I didn't go through that painful process the instructor recommended, here I am, over a month now, and my past hurts still hurt. So I was thinking about that, and our souls are like that. You know, when you think you're living the best days of your life and everything in the world seems right to you, but all of a sudden you see a post, you read a comment, you hear a sound, you drive by a place and you hear a song, and your moods change from real happy to real sad. It's a trigger. Yeah, because that song you had wasn't that big of a deal. What that person told you wasn't worth you ruining your day or your week. It's a trigger. It's a trigger that keeps reminding you that you have a past hurt that wasn't properly, or rather correctly, processed well. So it still hurts. And you can't actually walk in the freedom you think you're called to walk into. So when past hurts, still hurts.
We are broken people living in a broken world, and we interact with each other. A recipe of a perfect storm, but something we don't know is that hurt turns into anger. Anger turns into bitterness. And over time, bitterness turns into something the Bible calls a hardened heart. I'd call it unforgiveness. Unforgiveness changes everything. It changes how we talk, who we talk to, the people we interact with, the people we let into our lives, what we eat, how we think. It changes everything. Have you ever snapped into someone and after thinking about it 24 hours later you're like, wait, that was an overreaction? And you probably overreacted because you felt unvalued, you felt disrespected. But the truth of the matter is, you are not snapping into them. You are responding to a hurt you've been carrying for more than probably 15 years. Unforgiveness. What people should understand is not forgiving is poisoning ourselves. I had this somewhere, and I know you've probably heard this before, that unforgiveness is like drinking poison, expecting it to kill someone else. But why are you drinking it? Why? We know it's poisonous. Why? Come on. It's changing us, molding us into broken people, defining us as hardened souls, bringing the worst out of us. Why then are we drinking from that cup? Let's embrace forgiveness. It's hard, but it's the best thing to do for us. It's the best thing to do for ourselves. We are going to be empowered by the Holy Spirit to forgive like that, to walk in forgiveness, to walk into compassion when people have wronged us. Because it's the best thing we can do for ourselves. The best thing we can do for ourselves, and probably to the eyes of God. Let's learn how to forgive.